Hey, good morning. I think my mouse battery. Yes, I've got the red light of doom on my mouse. Mouse battery going. I just need a new mouse. I should probably invest in a new mouse. It's about time. The clicker doesn't work that well. I need to get for my laptop. I have one of those and I didn't think I would like the. It's ergonomic, but I don't know what it's called. Where it's like it doesn't move around like this. You have to move the mouse around. This stays put, and you just like wheel it. It's got like a little ball, and and I didn't think I would like that, but I actually love it. And I'm kind of used when I use that a lot. If I'm on my laptop and then I come down here, I'm like, why is my mouse? Oh, because I've got to move it all over. Sometimes it's like it's going off the mouse pad. You don't even need a mouse pad. That's what's great. Like you're at the hotel and I don't even need to pull out a mouse pad and my mouse. So I need to get another one of those and use it down here. So yeah, I need a new mouse. I think maybe I'll do that. We watched I took another night off last night. Did a daytime stream yesterday, actually highly successful. I was very happy, very pleased with yesterday's eBay Live results. Typically during the day, I don't get too amped up on like, ooh, I want to do this many, I want to make this much money. And yesterday kind of blew it out of the park. I kind of have an expectation like, well, if I'm going to do a 2 or 3 hour stream, I want to make this much. And yesterday blew it out of the water. Basically more than doubled what my expectations usually are for that time slot on a Tuesday. A trackball mouse, very Y2K. No, it's not. It's like new. It's like new. At least I had never used one before. The reason I wanted to get one of these mouses was I was looking up like ergonomic and all that, and it's like, wow, this is I didn't know such a thing existed. I'd never used one before. Here, let me see if I can find an example. I don't think they existed in 2000. I can tell you that. Ergonomic mouse. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, this is basically what it is. Oh, now I can't find it. Is this? Yeah, this is it. This might be it. Kensington. The thumb ball. Yes, it's a thumb ball. So basically, you just hold. Actually, you know what? That's not it. That's not it. I saw it on the Google screen. None of these are it. Actually, you know what? It kind of, yeah, I think it was. Because I should probably just go upstairs and grab it. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is it. This looks smaller. Mine's like rather large. It's very like, I don't know. It's like hand sized. Mine is. But yeah, you basically mine's a little different. That looks like just a regular mouse. Mine's a little awkward looking. But yeah, you basically rest your, like on a regular mouse. Let's see, mine's so on a regular mouse. What the hell is going on? Okay, so on a regular mouse, see, like you hold it and you go like that, click, click, click. But like my thumb is over here. You had one in 2002? Wow. I didn't know they existed. I've never used one before. Love it. Love it. It seemed very futuristic when I bought it. But a reg like this, like these have been around since the dawn of computers. So the old thumb ball. So I like it. So I think that's what I'll get. So yeah, I took the night off yesterday. A very successful eBay Live. And then after eBay Live, because I did a morning, started at 10, used the afternoon to ship, and got everything shipped out. I'm at 0 shipments, which is awesome. The power of live selling. Well, I have 198. 2 people didn't pay yesterday. I have 198 orders from yesterday's show. So I'll get those hammered out today. So I got everything shipped out, and then it's like, well, I'm just going to kind of take it easy. And we did something we normally never do, rarely do. We ordered takeout 2 nights in a row. My wife's birthday was Monday. She really wanted Taigu. Taigu is closed on Mondays, so we had Novanta. And so last night, it's getting to be like, it's getting dark early, and so my internal clock is way off, and I'm like, it's like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, what do you want to do for dinner tonight? And I'm like, usually I don't ask that, but usually I'm like working still at 5. So finally, it's like, you want Taigu tonight? They're open, and my wife's like, yeah, sure. So ordered up Taigu, went down. I didn't realize, like, this is how spoiled we are where we live, because everything is so close, that when they moved locations, because they used to be downtown Middleton, and which is super easy, and they moved, and it's like, oh, I don't want to go all the way down there. Well, it's really, once you drive the quarter mile out of our neighborhood and you hit Old Sauk Road, is my video seems like it's max headrooming. So once you get the quarter mile out of our neighborhood, you hit Old Sauk Road, and it's on Old Sauk Road. You have to turn right onto Old Middleton Road, I think. But it's basically one shot. It's basically this extension of Old Sauk Road. So you just take the same road all the way down. 9 minutes and 15 seconds. That's all it takes. 9 minutes and 15 seconds, because I hit my thingy on my car to time it. 9 minutes and 15 seconds. You can tell. So the building used to be, it was Kanoki's, which was meat market. And they have like the best, they're like the best meat place. And I don't know where they moved. I don't know where Kanoki's moved to. But Kanoki's moved out of that building, which is very obvious at one time, probably up until like the 80s or 90s, probably into the 2000s, it was a grocery store. And it was probably like a super value. It like, as I walked up, because I've been to there's a tavern across, Oak Crest Tavern is across the street, which has awesome burgers, one of the best burgers in town. But I'd never been into Kanoki's. And so now it's Taigu. And so I'm walking into the parking lot, and it's like, oh wow, this was a super value. Like this was an old grocery store. Like you could tell by the entrance and the way it's laid out. Like this was a super value. I don't know if it was a super value, but I would put money on it was. So we got our Taigu. I had the sesame chicken, which is good, solid. My wife gets the noodle. They're homemade noodles, really good. And crab rangoon. This video is really annoying the shit out of me this morning. Is it on your end? Is it like semi glitching? Like it just seems like it's like for a split second. I don't know. It's annoying the shit out of me. It's like 2002, circa 2, when Cooter was leaving his job in 2002. That's my video. So we had that last night. And then we watched a movie, a thriller. The woman in I think it was called The Woman in Room 10. The Woman in Room 10. I don't know if not Room 10, but whatever. What's a ship? What's a room on a ship called? Anyway, that's what the movie was on. I don't know if it's on Netflix or nobody's noticing glitches. I'm seeing glitches on my end. Maybe it's my computer. So we put that in, and it was actually really good. Let me Google. Cabin. The Woman. Thank you, Max. Cabin. The Woman in Cabin 10 is the name of the movie. And it was like, as it started, I'm like, oh, he's got a British accent. I do not like British television shows and movies. I don't know why. I'm like mostly British in my family genealogy. For whatever reason, I'm just not down with the British television. Anyway, so and then the woman has I'm like, fuck, it's a British show. But it was actually good. It was very Americanized. Like there's a huge difference between British movies and American movies. I don't know what it is. But this one was different. This was like seemed American, just with British accent. The Woman in Cabin 10. So I'm not racist. I think, yeah, I must be. The Woman in Cabin 10. And it was very good. I don't want to give any spoilers. People may want to watch it. But it had like a twist that I did not see coming. And apparently it's a book. My wife's like, I read the book. And so when the big twist happens, like you didn't see this one coming. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, so is that what happened in the book? And my wife's like, I don't remember. I'm like, what? How can you not remember? My wife reads a ton of books. So great twist. And like the ending was like the way they ended it was freaking awesome. Like and then twist back. So great movie, The Woman in Cabin 10. So I was enjoying that. I was excited to get some mail yesterday. So I talked just a couple days ago. I talked about finding a Facebook Marketplace wrestling collection, and I went back to look for it. It was in because I had done like a wrestling. I had done a wrestling search on Facebook Marketplace, and so then I had to like. Obviously nearby, there's probably not going to be too many wrestling cards pop up locally. So I did like a all over search and Lockport, Illinois, which is South Chicago. And it had a great price on it. It was like, I think I read through like all of the sets. It's like $5.95 action pack, WWF action pack, which is these cards. 5 of these sets, complete sets plus extras, 1 complete 94 action packed set, 1 or 2 of the 90 classic WrestleMania sets, which is this. Now, some of these cards have value. I'm going to show you why in a second. So there was 1 complete set. Plus a bunch of extras. So I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to show you why. So some of these cards, a lot of these cards have value because of cameos. There's some cameos in the background. Can you see who's sitting ringside? This is who, Dino Bravo and Rugged Ronnie, right there. That's our president. So a lot of these cards have some value because of the cameo of Donald Trump in this WrestleMania was held at Trump Plaza, Atlantic City. So some of those have a little more value because of that. So it had that. It had 87 tops. WWF, which has the Bret Hart rookie, 91 Classic with the Undertaker rookie. So there is there's a lot of value in this, and initially when I saw it last week, it was listed for $350. And I was about ready to drive down and buy it for $350. And then I couldn't find it. I'm like, shit. So when I found it on Saturday, it was they dropped the price to $275. And I'm like, oh. So I'm like, God, Lockport's a long drive. Like, and then I talked about, well, maybe if I can find some other collections on the way, make it, just double, triple dip. So I just took a shot in the dark just in case. I'm like, hey, I know you said you don't ship, but if I paid shipping, maybe give you a little extra, would you ship? He's like, yeah, just pay me exact shipping. I'm like, oh, well, that was easy. And he's like, send it goods and services. And I'm like, even better. And he's like, you don't even have to pay. I'm like, it was all like, this is too good to be true. Like, he's dropped the price. He says he's not shipping, but then all of a sudden he's going above and beyond. He's like, yeah, just pay exact shipping. Like he's not even charging me extra. Pay exact shipping. And oh, by the way, pay goods and services and I'll eat the fee. He's going to eat the PayPal fee. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to get scammed. And I'm like, hey, awesome. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do him a solid. I'm like, I'll cover some of the fee. So I paid, I think it ended up being, it was only like, was it $9? Shipping was like $9, whatever it was like $2. It's like $9 for shipping. So it ended up being like $284. And I'm like, I'll just give you $290. And that covered I think the fee was like $8, $9. So I basically covered the fee for him, even though he offered. So ended up being $290. He's like, and and then it gets even better. And then he's like, I'll get this all packaged up and I'll get you. So he gave me the total. It's all packaged up. He's like, I think UPS is open today, so I'll drop it off today. And I'm like, come on, man, this is too good to be true. And then he's like, I printed out here's the tracking. I'll go drop it off. If they're still open, I'll go drop it off. They were still open. He dropped it off, delivered on my doorstep yesterday. And opened it up and I'm like, I'm still like, man, this is all like, everything was too good to be true. Opened everything up. Everything's here, packed super well. Everything great. I mean, I'm like 5. Usually I never leave reviews on Marketplace, but I did. I'm like, I left him a 5-star glowing review and said, hey, got everything. Awesome. Thank you so much. So, so that was a great deal. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, wrestling night on eBay Live. Like I'm just going through like these 90 classics. I remember opening packs of these 95 action pack. You got Razor Ramon. You got Diesel, which I think his rookie, is the 94 is his rookie card. You got my guy, Doink the Clown. It's just some awesome. You got big old Yokozuna. So I was thrilled. I mean, this is just nostalgia. Like, I mean, I would have bought that just for my own collection, but I'll sell and like I don't collect anything. I mean, I'll basically have some left over. But I was really, and it also fits a need that I'm looking for wrestling. Is I was really missing out on a lot of 80s and 90s stuff. Most of like everything here for the most part is modern, like 2023, 2024 and 2025. So I really needed some older stuff. And now I'm just looking for some autos and slabs, which I did buy a bunch on eBay over the weekend. It's going to be a few days. It won't be I don't think anything I ordered off eBay will be here this week, or maybe by Saturday, I guess. So so that's what I did. Oh, and so eBay's got a new thing for live sellers coming out, which I'm super excited about because they launched early on when I was getting started. They launched Sunday Night Singles, which I was a part of, and that's why if you were in the room, you saw some of the crazy viewership numbers was because I was part of the Sunday Night Singles where they pushed you. And now they don't have any programs that fit. The only sports card program they have currently is Gem Night on Thursday nights, and it's cards $100 and above, which that's just not every once in a while, but that's just not my wheelhouse. And I considered it. I slept on it, and I'm like, that's just not. I'm not saying it won't happen. There's probably going to be coming a time when I do a lot of higher end stuff. I'm just not ready for that yet. But they're starting a new program next week on Wednesday nights. And it's called Collectors Club, I think is what it's called. So I'm in, and if we hit a certain sales number, they kick back some money for us. They give us basically, a percent back. And the number, by the way, is an insanely high number. However, I have hit it, I think maybe twice in my live streams. And usually they've been right after a big buying spree at one was right after the National, one was, I think, after might have been after the first Madison card show at the Alliant Energy Center. So it's a huge number that usually on a really good night, I get about 50 to 60% of that number. And I've only hit that number twice, I think, of all the streams I've done. But I'm going for it. So especially on this at first launch, so there's going to be some good stuff. I'm gonna run this Barry Sanders auto next Wednesday night. I'm gonna take a big loss on this, but I'm gonna run the Taysom Hill Gold Prism out of 10. So it's a win-win, because why is eBay doing it? Because they're enticing me, because normally I probably wouldn't even go live on a Wednesday night. Today's Wednesday. I'm going live at 1:00 in the afternoon. So they can entice a seller with a little incentive, and it draws me in. And the incentive, hey, if you hit this goal, we'll give you. It's basically like working for the man, but it benefits me. It's like, well, if I can make money now. Ideally, I don't go out and spend $6,000 on inventory to make $5,000. I think I just spoiled the number. But I think I can put together. It's like, okay, if I do, I'm going to do a longer stream just to make, if I do 350 auctions and I average $15 per card per sale, I can hit that number. Now with eBay pushing this night and potentially bringing new viewers to my channel, getting more bids, I can get higher bids on some of this stuff, where that there's not as much stress. Okay, I've got to hit $15. Now I'm not going to be running a 1989 score Bo Jackson. But I've got to be, so I'm starting to do some numbers. Okay. I'm going to start early and go late and do 350 auctions. I'm going to be buying stuff. I'm going to pull stuff from my own Cubs personal collection. Some of the Taysom Hill and Barry Sanders already earmarked. There's probably some of this wrestling that I bought. We'll hit it. I'll have some of the stuff I bought on eBay this past week. Once that comes in, I'll save that for Wednesday night. Listener of the show reached out this week. I made another buy. Listener of the show reached out. I won't name names, but he said, hey, I've got a bunch of unopened wax and some other stuff you might be interested in. He sent me over a spreadsheet, and I'm like, yeah, just send me over what you have and what your prices are, and I'll look at it. So I opened it up, and I'm like, oh wow. And I'm looking at his prices, and I'm like, I'll buy that and that and that and that and that. I'm like, shit, I'll buy just about everything on the spreadsheet. So hopefully I'll have that. I might even have that by this weekend. So a bunch of sealed wax. I'm going to do Packapalooza. I haven't scheduled that out yet. Just depends on once he gets it shipped out, and I kind of have a date on when it'll arrive. Hoping for this weekend. And then there were some slabs that I bought from him that I'll hold until next Wednesday. So I'm kind of curating what I want to put on so I can hit so I can hit that number on Wednesday night. So I'm looking forward to that I think it's Collectors Club. I saw the email. I didn't see the email. My buddy Steve reached out to me last night, and he's like, "What do you think about this sales target?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And so I'm like, I better check my email. So I checked my email, and of course it was like right in the middle. This is the problem when I get like the shipping emails from eBay, like, "Hey, your item is shipped." And I saw the email from our sales rep, and I read through it. And I'm like, "Ooh, I really like this." And it's not even the basically the refund or the bonus that you receive, the cash bonus. That's not even the incentive that I'm excited for. The incentive I'm excited for is just being in the program and eBay pushing viewers to me. Like that's worth more than a dollar amount incentive. So I'm excited to be a part of that. So that is next Wednesday. I've got a show this afternoon at 1. It's going to be, if you were in yesterday's show, it's going to be a lot of similar stuff. A lot of base cards. We'll do some lots. I'm going to focus more this morning on just getting stuff prepared. I also want to get some of my Cubs stuff just to prepare for next week's show. I already have an idea of some of the stuff I'll sell from my collection, but so yeah. What else is going on? So that was my day yesterday. Today, eBay Live. Tomorrow night's wrestling night, 7:00 Central. I was thinking I may do a pop-up show on Friday. I forgot. I may be hitting up. I may be heading over to Milwaukee on Friday. My buddy Wally's got some stuff, so I may be buying some stuff from him on Friday. And since I'm over in the Milwaukee area, I may stop and see Black Gold and 5 Star. Stop at their shops. I've never been to Black Gold's shop, so I may just pop in there and say hello, and then pop in to see Matt at 5 Star. And then my wife's in Chicago this weekend with her mom. Girls shopping trip. So I'm just going to be hanging out with Ernie, doing some eBay Live. So I'll probably do a Saturday afternoon show. No card shows for me this weekend. Saturday afternoon, I'll probably pop on for an eBay Live, and then probably Saturday night, and then maybe do a 2-for on Sunday. We'll see. I just got to figure out my shipping, because I don't know if I'll ship out this stuff today. I may just wait, because I probably, since it's another daytime stream, I'll probably have a lot of repeat buyers today than what I had yesterday. So I may just save this stuff and do a lot of shipping tomorrow. No daytime streams tomorrow. It's going to be an evening, so I'll have all day to ship tomorrow. Let's go say hello to the chat. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Say hello to Todd. Good morning, Todd. What's going on? Cooter says, good morning, a trackball mouse, very Y2K. Gem City says, good morning. They still make trackballs. Have you ever played trackball? What an awesome game. I remember playing it as a kid. And this is like one of those memories as a child. I remember my dad, it was by Whammo. It was basically a backyard game called trackball. And like nobody, it's like one of the funnest games I've ever played, still to this day. And I had, my dad, this is where I keep all the boxes. I think it's just, once you get old, you just keep all the boxes. My dad still had it in the original box. And then I had it, I don't even know where it went. I had a storage shed in my backyard at the house I had in Macomb. And when I moved out, I had a renter, and I'm just like, I'm just going to leave all this shit there. I'll come get it eventually. And I never did. And then I just finally, it's been like 5 years. And I told the neighbor was kind of like the caretaker. And I told him, I'm like, I was getting ready to sell it is what was happening. And I'm like, hey, can you empty out the storage shed? He's like, yeah, do you want me to keep everything or throw everything away? What do you want to be done with it? I'm like, you do whatever you want. Like, here's the thing. You clean it out and don't charge me, and you get to keep whatever you want. You can keep everything. You can throw everything away, but the deal is you get to keep whatever you want. Just don't charge me for it. And so I think he was more than happy. I think he probably made some good money on. I don't know if there was anything worth anything in there, but I think my high school yearbooks were in there. That kind of sucks, but trackball was probably in there. I bet my old croquet set was in there too. Anyway, trackball. So as a kid, I remember my dad talking about trackball. I want to find like the original because apparently they still make it. But I want to find because I want to show. Oh, there might be one on eBay. Sold out. I feel like, oh wow, 1970. They came out in the 70s. This is what it was. This says from 79, but this is exactly what we had. It would have been probably the mid to late 80s. But this is what it was. Trackball. This is what it was. So it's basically like you've got like that glove type plastic thing, and it's got a track on it, and then it's got that orange ball, and it's basically like a wiffle ball. And then you like throw it back and forth, and you try to catch it with that glove, and then you can, and the ball's got spin. It is like a wiffle ball because you can like spin it, and you can go little snap of the wrist, and it'll curve. You can do a curve ball. It's a lot of fun. Trackball. There you go. That's exactly what the trackball set I had looked like. The box looks a little different. So there you go. And it's all about the wrist. Because sometimes like my friends would try it and they'd be like, how come it doesn't go? It's like, oh, you gotta snap the wrist. Gem City says, oh, you're talking about the weird ergonomic one. The thumb ball. Yes. Takeout. Yes. Bo only eats at the most fancy sounding restaurants. And neither of them are fancy. Taigu is in an old Super Value building. And Novanta is just a mini mall pizza place. David, good morning. Dan says, hey, Yamamoto threw a gem. Go Dodgers. Gem City says, maybe. All normal on my end with your video. Not noticing any glitches. Cabin, not a yurt. Dan says, ever watch any free full-length movies on YouTube? Don't. Terrible writing and acting. So I do watch every once in a while if I run out of content to consume on YouTube when I'm like shipping. I'll put a movie on, but I don't watch like the YouTube made movies. I'll watch like Big Daddy or Ace Ventura, something that's mainstream. Cooter says, technically, my job left me in 2002. Thank you, Enron. Cody's in the house. Good morning. Any shows around the state this weekend? Max says Pewaukee Saturday, Appleton Sunday. The Midwest premiere is also Saturday down in Loves Park. Normally I would go to that, but since my wife's out of town, I'm just going to hang out at home. Gem City says Cooter was wrong by the auditors from Eli Whitney and Young. Wronged. Bring on the EVs. Wasn't it Arthur Anderson? Could be. I might be wrong. Unicorn. It was Anderson. Ding, ding, ding. Gem City says, I got my financial fraudsters mixed up. Found treasures in the house. Unicorn says, too many to remember. Max says, has wrestling cards and doesn't make good business decisions. Not surprised. It will always be Enron Field to me. What is it called now? I mean, but it was only Enron. I mean, to be fair, it was only Enron for like, what, a year? Enron Field. Minute Maid is is it still Minute Maid? Probably not. Cooter says, don't believe what you read in the papers, Gem City. Gem City says, Cooter, I'd like to have a conversation with you sometime. Maybe I'll have to come to the Dallas Card Show or the Oklahoma City Card Show. Just let me know when you're coming down. Gem City says, Bo can just road trip and pick me up on the way to the next Dallas show. I kind of would rather drive down than fly. I mean, driving 10, 13 hours doesn't sound fun, but flying with a bunch of cards doesn't sound fun either. Of course, I could ship them back. That doesn't sound fun either. Incentives are great. Cooter says, unfortunately, I will be visiting my daughter at college during the next Dallas card show. I had great hobby plans until my wife informed me I was going to. Max says, white people, jai alai. Ooh, trackball, a.k.a. poor man's lacrosse. There you go. We were all about the Zim Zam and lawn darts. We never played lawn dart. They were probably already outlawed by the time I was growing up. Minute Maid still? Is it Minute Maid still? I don't think it is. For some reason, I could not 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, I could name every stadium. Now I have no idea. It'd be like, what's the stadium in Seattle? And I'm like, what was it before? Is it Safeco? What was it before? The Kingdome. Was it the Kingdome? All right. So I still call it Miller Park. American Family Field, Milwaukee. It's just Angel Stadium in Anaheim. Busch Stadium, I know that. Chase Field, I know that. Phoenix. Citi Field in New York. That's not Shea anymore. Citizens Bank Park. It's not the Vet in Philadelphia. Comerica in Detroit. It's not Tiger Stadium. Coors Field. That's basically since its inceptions, I think. Oh, the Astros is Daikin Park? Daikin Park? Never. I don't even know what the hell Daikin. Dodger Stadium, of course. Fenway, of course. Globe. They've got Tampa Bay Rays. George Steinbrenner Field. Globe Life in Arlington. Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Kauffman Stadium still. Lone Depot Park in Miami. Nationals Park in D.C. Oracle in San Francisco. That's just a shame. Oracle Park in San Francisco. That's Candlestick. Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Petco in San Diego. PNC in Pittsburgh. Progressive in Cleveland. Rate Field in Chicago. Forever Comiskey. Rogers Center in Toronto. Was that the Sky Dome? Toronto Sky Dome? Let's see. I'm like, where in the hell is Sutter Health Park? That's the Sacramento minor league field. T-Mobile in Seattle. So it's not Safeco anymore. Was Safeco Seattle? Target Field, Minneapolis. Truist Park is the Braves. Wrigley and Yankee. All right, there we go. Jai alai. Oh, yeah. Jai alai. Jai alai, Jai alai. Two completely different fields for Seattle, you were thinking. There are talks that Comerica Park might be changing in the next few years. So that's what I had for today. I'm going to go. I already made my coffee. I'm going to sort some. I found some good stuff sorting yesterday morning after the show. Safeco was Seattle. Okay. I found some good stuff in box. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot I found a stack of Bo Jackson rookies, which is always nice. I knew I had. I've got more stuff. I just don't know where I put those boxes. I'm pretty sure I have more Jordans and Kobe's somewhere. I've just got to go through and find the boxes. So this afternoon, I'm going live at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Central, eBay Live this afternoon. Steals and deals. Good deals on some lower end stuff. I'll probably put some of these wrestling cards, just a few singles up this afternoon. Wrestling night is tomorrow night, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central. And I haven't quite yet made my schedule for the weekend, but I will be getting that set up here shortly. All right. Have a wonderful day. A week from Saturday is the next Madison Card Show, by the way. It's at the Alliant Energy Center. 250 tables, completely sold out. Admission's $5. Parking's $8. Saturday, October 25th. We've got a little longer hours since it's a bigger show, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Concessions are on site. We've got two different rooms split, sports in one room, Pokemon in the other, and then we've got an atrium area for premium tables, which does have a mix of both sports and Pokemon out in the middle. So that's October 25th. Dates are set for the first couple months of 2026. So January 24th and I think February 21st are the contracts are signed, and we are good to go on those. Just got to confirm here. All right, here's the contract. January 24th and February 21st. And both of those are at the Alliant Energy Center. I still don't know what I'm going to do about March. There may not be a Madison Card Show in March because there's no dates available at the Alliant, and I'm also out. I'll be at spring training for almost 2 weeks. I'll be at the Chicago Spectacular for the weekend. So I'm just really busy in March. I don't know if I'm going to squeeze in a show that month or not. And I've got to figure out April too. And then looking ahead for the rest of the year, I've got some tentative dates. So I'm just, I just need to work through those. So, but it looks like we may do a majority of the shows next year at the Alliant Energy Center. There may be a couple months that we do a hotel show if that's even a possibility. We'll see. I'm not too thrilled about it, but we'll take it as it goes. So, but all the dates are set through February 2026 at this point, and I hope to lock down a few more dates in the coming weeks. All right, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and visit my live stream today, 1 o'clock Central. You can check out the eBay Live homepage. It's 1millioncubs.com. And again, today, 1 p.m. Central this afternoon for eBay Live. Max says, so TCG show is gone then essentially. Yes. Yeah, because I don't think there's a need. I don't think there's a need for back-to-back shows at the Alliant. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to say anything certain until a contract is signed. We've got everything through February 2026. After February, could still be on the board. The hotel can still be in play. The Pokemon show could still be in play. But as of right now, the only thing that's certain is our schedule through February, the 21st. So January 24th and February 21st, both of those shows will be at the Alliant Energy Center. All right. Have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. Hit me up this afternoon, eBay Live. See you then.